How's everyone today? Welcome to the commercial farming by the Dirt Road Farmer. Well, we're back at harvesting again. We've got 478 acres of soybeans that just become mature, and we're going to knock this out real quick and add it to our storage. I don't know exactly how much we're going to get here, but we can why don't we jump out of this harvester, bring our small HUD up, and it says our potential harvest quantity is 1,740,633 liters. So that's not too bad. That's not too shabby for a smaller field. We'll add that, and we'll pull this HUD up. We'll add this to our soybeans of 46,018,653 liters. And yeah, I don't think our big field, if we go over here and look, let's go down here to the growth. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get these two fields. These both are soybeans, and if you look at the way, now we bought this field planted, and it looks to me like they come down and planted almost half of it, and then come back maybe the next day or waited a couple of days and planted the other half. So this field, this part of it right up here, is farther along because it's a darker green. This one, of course, isn't as far along. So, yeah, that's the way it goes, you know. So, anyway, we're going to let these guys get on with their getting on. We're going to chase them with a grain cart. And then we have two trucks sitting back over here that's going to haul our grain to the grain bin. So, anyway, I'll get back with you real soon. All right. Well, looks like these guys are doing a great job. We've got all 5 of them coming this way. Looks good. Well, how's everybody faring the cold weather that we've had? Yeah, it's been miserable. Of course, you know, we haven't had any problems. Our water lines and everything are buried deep enough that we don't have to worry. I do take precautions, however, and you know, on the nights that we were 4 below zero, 5 below zero, I would run water just a little bit, you know, and usually pick the place farthest from the entrance to the house to run that water to make sure the lines all stay open. But yeah, it's been interesting. It really has. I know there's a lot of people in our area that are without water. Everything's froze up, and I don't know, you know, what the extent of damage is going to be after everything thaws, but you know how water does. It'll freeze and bust your water lines. So to me, paying a little extra for water on your water bill is a small price to pay versus having to pay for all the repairs and damages that's done due to busted water lines, you know. But that's just my opinion. So now, if you've been following me, you know that we planted that 3,500 acres over on the far side of the farm, and I videoed that, and then after that video was over, I started harvesting the other field, which is another 3,500 acres. That field, as you know, was 7,300 acres, and I cut it in half. So we're just calling each side of it 3,500 acres because I don't know the exact. But anyway, on that whole field, the whole 7,300 acre field, our seed cost and fertilizer cost was over $3 million. That's just seed and fertilizer. That's not wages. That's not fuel cost. That's not maintenance cost or anything. That's just seed and fertilizer. So, yeah, it gets expensive, and that's a whole lot of seed and fertilizer being put in the ground. So, anyway, we're going to let these guys go ahead and get on around. They're off to a great start. They will have to compensate for the width of the field over here, because this is their first land, and yeah, it won't take us long. This is going to seem like a walk in the park compared to that 3,500 acres. Yeah, this is a walk in the park. Or should I say, we used to do what we call cakewalks. Yeah, this is a cakewalk. If any of you have ever had a cakewalk or been involved in a cakewalk, yeah, let me know. I would be interested to know. Leave me a comment on how many people has been in a cakewalk. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to let these guys continue on, and we'll get back with you. All right, well, we've completed our first land over there, and this is the #1 harvester. He's breaking ground, as you might say, for the next land. Yeah, he's blazing away. You know, I talked a while ago and asked everybody about a cakewalk. You know, several years ago, whenever I was young, very young, most of the kids in our area, we all had horses, and we belonged to the 4-H, which is a club that teaches you about horses, how to take care of them. It also teaches you about how to take care of cows and pigs, and you know, it's really just a great thing. The 4-H is for kids. Well, our saddle club that we belonged to was completely aside from the 4-H. The saddle club was a privately owned thing that we had, and most of us kids, we all had horses, and we would do horse shows, which included speed events, all kinds of things, flag races. They called it the pole race, barrel racing, and we would get trophies and stuff for that, you know, if we were winners. But aside from that, to raise money, we would also have things like a dance, because we had a big building there on the Saddle Club property where we done the horseback riding and horse shows. We would have dances and a thing called a pie supper. Now, how many of you have heard of a pie supper? Yeah. Well, let me tell you what. Now, back then, a pie supper, it was called a pie supper because I guess when it was originally developed, or when somebody originally had the idea, what would happen was you would bake a pie and people would bid on your pie. The women in the group, the girls and the women would bake a pie, and that pie would be auctioned off. Okay? Now, it later turned into a dinner. So in other words, not only was the girls or the women, not only did they produce a dinner, which could consist of whatever they wanted. You know, it could be anything from hamburgers to steak, if you would, you know. But here's the kicker. Now, these dinners were auctioned off. And whoever ended up the highest bidder on that dinner got to eat that dinner with whoever cooked it. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? Yeah. So, now you know, as young men, like we were, of course we were just kids, but we thought we were young men, you know. We had girlfriends, and our girlfriends would produce and cook this special meal to be auctioned off. All right. Well, you know what that meant. That meant that if that was your girlfriend that cooked that meal, you had better buy it. If you know what I mean. Because, like I said, whoever bought that meal got to eat that meal with who cooked it. Well, now the last thing that you wanted was for Joe Blow down the road, you know, he's had an eye on your girlfriend anyway, you know, you didn't like it. And he's going to run that bid up. He's going to buy that meal, and he's going to have dinner with your girlfriend. Not today. No. You understand what I'm saying? You had to buy that meal. So you were going to be the high bidder. And what ended up happening, and keep in mind that this was a money-raising fund anyway, okay? The funds that were collected from all of this, it all went to the Saddle Club, and you know, it was to keep the grounds in shape, keep the building in shape, keep the power on, you know, etc., etc. But they were going to run that bid up. And not only just your friends that might want to have dinner with your girlfriend, you know, there was parents involved that thought this was funny too. Yeah. You know, I've seen dinners go for $20, $25. And you have to shell out that, now keep in mind, that doesn't sound expensive today. But if you go back to whenever I was 14, 15 years old, a $25 dinner was an expensive dinner. But you had to buy it anyway. It didn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered if it was $50. you were going to buy that dinner so that you could have dinner with your girlfriend, not somebody else, if you know what I mean. So, you know, it's the different things that we used to do. We need some of that back in this country. I don't know if the young people today have had any of that, have experienced any of that, but it was good, clean fun. You weren't out getting in trouble. You know, like I said, we all had horses, and it was just a lot of laughs, and just good, clean fun. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Leave me a comment and let me know if you've experienced anything like that. I know that some of the older people that may be watching this, you're going to say, absolutely, I remember pie suppers. But I would be very interested in knowing how many of you have actually experienced a good old-fashioned pie supper. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoy my old stories. Like I've said many, many times, they mean nothing. They are memories that I have. I tell these stories just for informational and entertainment to those of you that may not have ever heard of anything like that, but yeah. So anyway, these guys are on their second round of the second lands, and whenever they come back around, we're going to get them unloaded. We're going to dump into our trucks and let them go and put it in our grain storage. So I'll get back with you here in a little bit. All right. Well, we're going to get these guys unloaded, and then we'll take our load over and load those two trucks I have over there on the side. And yeah, so like I said, it ain't going to take us long and we'll have this field done. That's just, like I said, it's like a walk in the park. Whenever you get out of them great big fields or huge fields, just a big walk in the park. So, well, we'll go back here and get number 2. And I still, you know, they must get separated while they're turning. But boy, it seems like they've really gained a lot of distance between them. The smaller the field, the easier it is for them to gain distance. So I'm thinking that happens on turnarounds, you know, where they come out of this row and go into the next or something. But yeah. But anyway, it won't take us long and we'll have this field done. And that's okay with me. We've got other work that we need to get done. We don't have that much longer before we're going to be hauling all these soybeans and selling them. We'll be getting a good price for them. And yeah. So anyway, I'm going to empty these other 3 out, and I'll get back with you. Alright, we've got the last one emptied out, and they have cleared another lands. So we'll get over here and we'll load these 2 trucks, and they can take it to the grain bin. I sure wish those other fields would come in that we're looking at across there. I wish they would come in before we had to sell, so that we can get this in on the total. but they're not going to, so you know, that's just the way it goes. But that would be nice. Alright, I think we're going to probably have a little more than what these two trucks are going to hold, but that's alright. They'll come back and we'll load them again. It's not a big deal. Alright. Very good. There's our other truck over there. He's going to the grain bin. And yes, I do think we're going to have a little left over. Absolutely. But like I said, that's all right. They'll be back and we'll just load them again. So, anyway, let's get on with our getting on and go chase some more harvesters. All right. Yeah, we got, I think this was number 4. We got one more to empty out, and that'll be 3 land sections that we've completed. And as you can see, we're not too far from the end there. So this is truly a walk in the park. But we'll get this guy emptied out, and then we'll go and we'll load into our trucks again. Now keep in mind, like I said, each one of our trucks haul 300,000 liters. So we have already sent 600,000 liters to our grain bin. So I don't know if we've got enough on here now to load both trucks again. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and find out. Alright, we've got what he's got. So let's just stop. And we'll go in behind him. Alright. Put our pipe out. I'd like to take this time also to put out just a friendly reminder to remind you, if you've enjoyed this content, please go down and hit that thumbs up button. You know, lots and lots of times I forget if I'm watching a video, and I know that to be true because it's me. I don't know if it's the same way with you guys or not, but just in case you have forgotten and you like this content, don't forget to go down and hit that like button. I sure appreciate it. But anyway, we've got, I do believe we may have enough to fill both trucks again, which we did have 100% fertilizer on this field, and our yield bonus was 100%. So, yeah, we'll see. It's kind of iffy. I don't know if we'll have enough or not, but we'll see. But we're going to have enough by the time we get done over here. We'll have plenty. So, all right. Time will tell. A lot of soybeans anyway. You can see down in that grain trailer all the soybeans that's down in the bottom. See them disappear. I don't know if he'll take off with that or not. No, he's going to wait. Alright. I think I've got him set that if he's 80 or 85% loaded, to go ahead and take it. So he's not quite there yet. So anyway, we'll go chase some more harvesters, and I'll get back with you. Alright, well, these guys are on their last land. This is the #1 harvester, and he'll come around and he'll go down this side of the field. The rest of them will follow him, taking up, you know, their row. And whenever they get to the bottom of the field down there, they'll be done. And that is 400 and, what did I say? 478 acres, was it? I don't remember now. But anyway, that's what it is. And like I said, you can see the harvesters on the other side. They'll come right down the row on the right side of this one, and that'll be all of it. If you've liked this content, please don't forget to go down and hit that like button. That would do me a world of good. I think what it does for YouTube, if they see that people like my videos, then they'll show it to other people. They put it out there more often where people can find it. They put it in the feed, you know. And that's why it's so important to hit the like button. For me, anyway. It does me a world of good. The more people that watch my videos, you know, then the better. So, but anyway, I think we're going to call this a day. And I don't know exactly what we'll get into on the next video. But you know me, we're going to get into something. The work never stops on a commercial farm. We've got, I know we're getting low on straw, and we just happen to have a barley field, possibly a wheat field that's ready to harvest. That'll give us our straw. So that may be an option. But be rest assured that we're going to get into something. So anyway, we are going to call it a day. And from the Dirt Road Farmer, as always, thank you very, very much for watching.